Now next subtopic in the issue of share is forfeiture of shares. What is forfeiture of shares? If the shareholder did not pay the amount or failed to pay the amount called up by the company, but shareholder failed to pay the amount, then on that case company may forfeit their shares, cancelled their share, cancel, and amount, whatever the amount already given by the shareholder, that amount will be forfeited by the company. So forfeiture is what? When the shareholder failed to pay the amount of allotment and calls, then on that case the company may give the notice for 14 days to pay the amount, may give the notice for 14 days to pay the due amount which is not paid by the shareholder at the time of allotment or at the time of calls. After giving notice, even that thereafter also the shareholder not paid that amount, the shareholders not paid that amount, okay, then the company have a right to forfeit, to cancel the shares, and the amount already given by the shareholder on application or allotment, that will be forfeited by the company. But if it is authorized by the article of association, regarding the rules of forfeitures must be given by the company, clearly mentioned by the company in the article of association. So if a shareholder failed to pay the amount and company give the 14 days notice thereafter as well, and thereafter also the shareholders not paid that amount, then the company, if article of association authorized to do so, then the company may forfeit the amount and the share will be cancelled. So forfeiture of shares, okay. If article of association is silent, if article of association is silent, then table F of schedule 1 2013 Companies Act 2013 will be applied. If article of association is silent related to the rules of forfeiture of shares, then table F schedule 1 of the Companies Act 2013 will be applied, okay, will be applied. So when the shares are forfeited by the company due to default, when it is forfeited, then that share will be removed from the register, shareholders register. That share that will be removed from the register of the shareholders member, okay, that will be removed. And whatever the application money which was given by that shareholder, maybe in the application or allotment, that money will be forfeited by the company. That money is not going to return by the company. That it means that money is the capital gain for the company. That is the capital gain for the company, okay. So share forfeitures, when the company called the amount and shareholders didn't pay it, then the company may forfeit the share, cancel the share, an amount will be forfeited if article of association authorized to do so. But if the article of association is silent, then table F of schedule 1 Companies Act 2013 will be applied, okay, 13 will be applied. So once the shares is forfeited by the company, that will be removed from the register, that will be removed from the register member, shareholders member, and the money whatever which is given by the shareholder earlier means maybe application or allotment, that money will be forfeited by the company. That means that money is not going to return to the shareholders. Okay, so it means that money which is already given by the shareholder, that money becomes the capital gain for the company. Now see one example. Suppose the application is 10 rupees, allotment okay 20, application 20, allotment 30, first call 20, and second and final call means last call, second and final call it is 30, second and final call, okay, is 30. So total is 100. Suppose one shareholder, Mr. X, is one of the shareholder holding 200 shares. Okay, 200 shares. He failed to pay the first call and second call amount. Okay, his share is forfeited by the company. His shares is forfeited by the company. Company has forfeited his shares, means cancelled his share. His share is forfeited by the company. Now what entry we will do? When the share is forfeited, it means we are going to cancel the share. So share capital account will be debited. When we do the forfeit entry, these two entry is simple bank account debit to share application account debit to share capital. Okay, I'm talking about only the entry of share forfeit. So I'm going to forfeit this share. What I will do? Share capital account will be debited. Share capital will be debit because I am going to cancel the capital. I am going to cancel it. Cancellation entry. I am going to pass the cancellation entry. So share capital account will be debited with the rules is what? Number of shares forfeited into called up per share, number of share forfeited into called up per share. So number of share forfeited is how much? How many shares we are going to forfeit? We are going to forfeit 200 shares. So 200 into called up per share means company has called till the final call, last call. Company has called application, allotment, first call, second and final call. Because he has failed to pay the first and final call, first call and second and final call, it means company has called up to ₹100. Total money has called by the company. So called up share here it is 100 rupees is the called up per share. So 200 into 100, 20,000. Share capital is debited with the amount of 20,000. Two calls in arrear, which is not paid by the Mr. X, Mr. X is not paid. Mr. X having 100 shares, he has not paid first call amount he has not paid. Okay, first call is how much? First call is 20 rupees is the first. 20 into 100 share, it means 2,000 he has not paid. And second and final call also he has not paid. Second and final call is 30 rupees. So 30 into 100 share, He has, sorry, 200 shares. 200. So it is 4,000 and here it is 6,000. Okay. So Mr. X holding 200 shares, he has not paid first call and second and final call amount. So first call 20 rupees is the first call per share, number of share is 200, so 4,000. Second call is 30 rupees per share and number of share is 200, so 6,000. Total money not paid by him is 10,000. This is calls in arrear. So calls in arrear will be credited. This is going to cancel it, because these calls in arrears are debited over here at the time of first call and at the time of second call. We have debited that calls in arrear account. So I am going to cancel that calls in arrear at the time of forfeitures. Now, next is share forfeited. Share forfeited. Forfeited account. Whatever the amount the shareholder has given, that amount will be forfeited by the company. That amount is not going to return. So how much amount Mr. X has given? Mr. X has given on 200 shares, he has given what? He has given application money. Application 200 shares into 20 rupees is the application he has already given, so 4,000. Allotment money he has given, so 200 into allotment is 30, so 6,000 he has given, so it is 10,000 is already given. It is already paid. It is paid. And it is what? It is arrear. Calls in arrear. Not paid. Company called but not paid. So 10,000 is the share forfeit. So this entry we have to do. And here we write in the narration being 200 shares. Being 200 shares forfeited due to non-payment of first call and second and final call. That will be the narration. Being 200 shares forfeited due to non-payment of first call and second and final call. So this will be the journal entry for the forfeitures. When we forfeit the shares, share capital account will be debited with the number of shares which we are going to forfeit into called up per share. Number of share forfeited into called up per share. Calls in arrear will be credited. Whatever the amount they have not paid it, but it is debited at the time of this first call and second call entry. At the time of first call entry and at the time of second call entry, this calls in arrear is debited. So that will be cancelled. For cancellation of that entry, will credit the calls in arrear account. And whatever the amount the shareholder has paid, whose share we are going to forfeit, they have paid this much amount. Application and allotment already they have paid it, so that is the capital gain for the company. So that amount will be transferred to share forfeited account. This is a capital gain. And at the last, when the shares are issued, then thereafter we find the thereafter we prepare the ledger of share forfeited account, and the credit balance of share forfeit account will be transferred to capital reserve. Credit balance of share forfeited account will be transferred to capital reserve account, and that capital reserve will be reflected in the reserve and surplus in the balance sheet under the subhead reserve and surplus. So is it clear? Share forfeit. And when these share forfeits are reissued, when the share forfeited are reissued, so when it is reissued, then bank account debit to share capital. So we'll see this, okay, one by one. Now see the another example of share forfeitures. Suppose the application money is 2, allotment is 3, first call is 5. These shares are issued at a premium of rupees 2 share, and company is taking premium at the time of allotment. So at the time of allotment, company will get 5 rupees per share including premium. So company issued 10 rupees share is issued by the company at rupees 12 at a premium of rupees 2. It's a case of premium. Now X is one of the shareholder. X is one of the shareholder. Sorry, Y. Mr. Y is holding 100 shares. 100 share. Mr. Y holding 100 shares failed to pay first call money, and his shares were forfeited by the company. So entry for forfeiture will be share capital account will be debited. Share capital account will be debited. This is the first one. Because why we have debited? We are going to cancel share capital account. So this will be debited with which amount? Number of share forfeited, number of shares forfeited into called up per share, into called up per share with this amount. So number of share forfeit, which number we are going to forfeit? 100. So 100 into called up per share is how much? Company has called up to the final call. That's why he has not paid first and final call. So up to the final call. So you see the face value line. Face value line. It is 10 rupees. So called up per share is 10. So 100 into 10, it is 1000. So share capital account will be debited with 1000. So rules is clear. Number of share forfeited into called up per share. When you multiplied it with that amount, to cancel the share capital account. So number of share forfeited is 100, and the called up per share by the company is this is the face value line. This is premium, and this is the issued price. This is issued price. So you see this line. So up to 10 rupees company has called total. So multiply with the 10, so 1000 rupees. 2 calls in arrear, calls in arrear, calls in arrear. Calls in arrear is how much? 100 shares. On 100 share he has not paid the final call amount. So final call is how much? 5 rupees. 5 rupees is the final call. So 500 is the final call. Okay. He has paid, this 2 is paid by them, application and allotment. He has not paid the final call. Okay. So final call is the arrear. As he has paid the allotment money, and in the allotment premium was there, and he has paid the premium, so we are not going to do anything with the premium because premium is already paid by the shareholder. To share forfeit, now we forfeit the amount given by the share forfeited account. So we will forfeit the amount. Which amount is given? On 100 shares, application rupees 2 is given 200, and on allotment on 100 shares he has given 3 rupees. So 300. This is not going to forfeit. Premium is not going to forfeit because premium is already a capital gain, and share forfeit is also a capital gain. So one gain cannot be recorded. We will not record the one gain in two places. So one gain will be recorded at one place. So already we have recorded that gain at the time of crediting the security premium reserve. So when we are going to forfeit, so application money will be forfeited and allotment money will be forfeited, excluding premium amount, because premium is already given by the Y. So total amount is how much? 500. So 500 will be forfeited. So this is the entry of forfeitures. Okay. Suppose in this case Mr. Y holding 100 shares failed to pay allotment and first and final call. then the situation is different. He has failed to pay allotment and first and final call. It means he has paid only what? He has paid only application. Then the entry for forfeiture you see. Calls in arrear. Calls in arrear will be allotment comes under the calls in arrear. So on 100 shares, allotment money is how much? 5 rupees. Okay, so 500, and he has not paid the first and final call on 100 shares. So it is 500. So total is coming under calls in arrear. So total amount is how much? 1000. Yes, 1000. So this will be credited with 1000. Share forfeited will be the money which is given by the shareholder. Only application money is given. Only application. This one 100 into 2, 200. Yes. And most important things, if the premium money, you see, premium money is on allotment and allotment is not given. It means premium is also not given. When the allotment money is not given by Y, not paid by Y, it means the premium money is also not paid by Y. So that premium will be cancelled. At the time of allotment, we have credited the security premium. That security premium will be cancelled, and for that we have to debit the security premium reserve. Security premium reserve account will be debited. So premium is how much? Premium is on 100 shares, 2 rupees is the premium, so 200. So security premium reserve will be cancelled because in allotment money is not given by Mr. Y, and in allotment the premium money was there. So allotment money is not given, it means premium is not given. At the time of allotment we have credited the security premium, so that will be cancelled. And for cancellation, at the time of cancellation entry of the shares, that security premium money will be debited. Security premium reserve will be debited. So we have to see whether the premium money is given or premium money is not given. If the premium money is given, then we will not debit the security premium. If premium money is not given, however the company has called not given, then security premium money will be debited at the time of forfeiting shares. Okay.